It's adorable when you do that. Hello, everybody. We make Cyclops today.
Cyclops?
Cyclops.
So other than a Cyclops, do you have a plan for this?
No, not really. Well, I suppose I'm thinking of making more of a horror monster one than a adorable little Cyclops like my last one.
I forgot I had the monitor on briefly for a second, so there might be some echoing.
Hmm.
For other people. Good at my job.
Open up a spot for an eye. Let's open up a big spot for an eye. Oh, I suppose I could show off my armature before I go doing too much to it.
Is he hollow?
Yep, he is hollow.
Was that poured from something, or did you just...
Nope, I just
moosh it?
Mooshed it. All hand mushed. Like all my sculptures. Nope, I do occasionally use one of my old sculptures as like a bit of an armature if I want to stick to like a similar size.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I find it's just as easy to mush something up. The only thing I don't like is like, you know, styrofoam or wood or wire armature that much. Use wire if I absolutely has to, but I don't plan my sculpts very much, so keep hitting stuff.
Haha. So it doesn't allow for winging it?
Well, it does allow for winging it, but it doesn't allow for maximum flexibility. And unless you've got stuff that's, you know, like got arms and stuff sticking off of it, you don't really need that much support. The shapes for mugs are pretty self-supporting. Nice big blob of nice soft clay. Place an eye form. Actually, a couple of these have little spots that aren't perfectly round on those eye forms. Keep an eye out. Little, yeah, it's just a marble, but they're, you know, they're just marbles from the dollar store, so some of them have
Some shitty marbles?
well, they're good enough to be marbles. Good enough to be toy marbles.
Mm.
I'd like to get one of those big fuck off kits of graduated size ball bearings that I've seen some people using.
Mm.
Are we definitely echoing now?
Nope.
No. We're definitely not. Definitely. But yeah, ball bearing kits are nice because they're different, bunch of different sizes, and they tend to be just 1 or 2 millimeter between them.
Makes sense.
Sounds like we might be experiencing some weather here.
Yes. We're supposed to have a massive storm.
Are we?
Yep.
Well,
Other parts of Ontario, there's supposed to be potentially like tornadoes and stuff. Not here though.
if we disappear suddenly, you'll know why.
Yes. Wait.
It's because we've decided to play hooky and ditch. So I think aside from a kind of more horror creature design, Cyclops, I also want him to be not super massive, maybe. Like you see a lot of Cyclopses that are really, really thick. I want a little more.
So he's not gonna have a certain thickness.
He's
to him?
gonna have a certain thickness to him. I mean, he may have more thickness, depending on how we go.
Oh, speaking of Archer, speaking of Bob's Burgers,
Yes.
Bob's Burgers is coming back.
Oh, well, that's good. Very entertaining show, that.
It's,
I actually didn't know it went away.
well, it's between seasons,
Oh,
so
so
I guess another season.
it's been renewed.
Yes.
Yes. Is Bob's Burgers still a Fox property? I can't remember. No.
No information. It's on Disney. I don't know if that helps.
No. Weirdly, no. Considering that Disney owns literally everything.
Disney owns the sun.
Disney owns everything.
Up with that.
We're just in wormy dealing this.
One deals.
Is he giving him jaw, I think, though. Jaw and some messed up teeth. Would be fun.
Oh, just realized I have the hag on here.
Yes.
Do you have any reference
I don't have
that
any.
you'd like to share with the class?
Don't have any good reference. Well, I won't be following this very closely, but it is one of my often favorite. I sent it to you. One of my often favorite Cyclopses is. There. Thinking about a mouth shape. Cyclops is already skewing pretty adorable.
It is.
Pose. If it comes out super cute, wouldn't be the worst thing.
My chin.
I could give it your chin. I don't know if I got enough clay though. One of the reasons why Cyclopses tend to, at least for me, skew more cute and comical is they don't have eyebrows per se. And a lot of the,
Might be kitty time.
yes, a lot of the scariness
I think it should be kitty.
But it'll be covered in kitty hair.
Yeah.
Come here, you little savage. Kitty time.
Hack Stream, this is Seamus.
She doesn't really want to be high enough to be on cam, though.
You don't exactly have the lap for this.
You load.
Well,
Yeah.
in my lap, I'm in.
Look what you've done, Seamus.
I win.
You win for most inviting lap.
I do.
Let's see.
Such a fight.
Well, she wouldn't get bitey. You didn't antagonize her. If you didn't antagonize her and make it seem like a thing that totally would work. One thing I did learn while I was doing research for Cyclops images. Apparently Cyclopses are they're a playable race in 5e D&D.
Okay.
They may have been in some previous iterations too, but it appears that they certainly are now. Very rough anatomy. Some backbone some back muscles. Collarbone. Days. It's definitely busy being a lap monster tonight.
Mm-hmm.
real rough idea of where some teeth might live. Dude. It's definitely skewing adorable. Now, should I try and make him less adorable? Or should I roll with it? What do you think, Pike?
Yeah, maybe roll with it. You don't really have that many adorable things.
No, I suppose I don't. He's got that pug dog kind
Yes.
of adorable
Yes, he does.
going. wad of clay here. Well, that's a way of spelling it. Is it not showing all the accents and...
What the hell?
What?
It's not letting me. Do anything about this.
Looks like it let you get there in the end.
Like, I'm in my own dash, watching with the stream going, and my chat, and I can't delete it. Makes no sense. Nothing.
I made him taller.
Did you fix it?
Yeah, I fixed it. As long as the Focus is still good. Do. Give him that.
Hmm?
Give him that sort of Roman bust kind of presentation. Get some gravitas up in this bitch. I suppose I don't have too many adorable monsters.
Yep.
What do we think? Pie?
So what?
Cyclops.
Any of the old stop motion Cyclops from Greek. Is that what you're using?
You mean this guy? There, send it to you. Assuming you're talking about the Harryhausen one.
Yeah.
Was from the seven voyages of Sinbad.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, you really can't put that horn in the middle
And no,
without
bring that.
referencing the Harryhausen a little bit. There's nothing wrong with the Harryhausen reference. I watched that and Clash of the Titans a good number of times when I was I guess creating formative experiences.
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite of his, I mean the stop motion crab was pretty epic. The skeletons from Jason and the Argonauts were really good.
Mm-hmm.
Medusa those. Medusa and Caliphus from the Greek one. Clash of the Titans.
Yeah.
I was a big fan of those. I had a tiny little Clash of the Titans guy. One of the soldiers. Yeah. But I know I had it from when I was small enough to chew the hand off it.
So like last week?
Yeah. Nope, I had that, and I had the Han Solo from Hoth from when I was super little. And I found out when I went to the first community college I went to. One of my professors, I didn't find out until the end of the semester.
Mm-hmm.
He sculpted that.
That's cool.
Along with the Care Bear Cloudmobile. Yep. Nick Klimaszewski did those. I believe he is retired. Yes, that is. I was very annoyed by that whole thing
Not finding
for a
where
while.
it's going.
Yes, because he was teaching an introductory design course, which was not tremendously interesting. I mean, it was fine. He did well enough teaching it and everything, but it was, you know, very introductory design. So I kind of like that little head. You can see that from this angle. Got that kind of Labrador idiot knob.
Okay.
That's what they used to call it at the vet clinic that my sister worked at. It is the one of the processes at the back of the skull that some neck muscles attach to. It's pretty prominent in some breeds of dogs, particularly labs. I'm trying to think what other. I definitely remember it in labs. It's not as much of a thing in like shepherds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we used to call it the idiot knob.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of veterinary phrenology. Do some texture up here just to have it. I know a lot of sculptors like to really smooth out their forms kind of midway through a sculpt. Probably early part of midway through a sculpt. And I never really cared for that. I like to keep some lumps and bumps in. For the most part, keeps things kind of feeling organic. While you're sculpting. Oftentimes big, broad, planar shapes are kind of dull in sculpture. I always kind of think about the lumpy muscles on all of Michelangelo's figures. Just 13 abs for no other reason than why not have another bump? As long as it doesn't get so pronounced that you confuse yourself and lose track of your bigger masses. Kind of like this too. Get the feeling that he doesn't have any arms, but kind of get the sense that he's waving. He's got that shoulder up. He's got a very "hey you guys" energy. Just because he's not massive doesn't mean he can't be kind of muscled. Give him some bigger back muscles. I feel like Cyclopses would have a lot of sort of upper back development. So they got that one big eye, they gotta swing their head around a lot. Well, he probably have decent peripheral vision with that eye like that. Oh, I suppose that's the thing with mammals' eyes. Well, I guess it's not all mammals, but we have a very focused kind of attention. A lot of most mammals, omnivores and predators for sure. They're not as good at seeing all the things at once. They're better at focusing on something. I feel like this guy's better at focusing on one thing. He's got that shiny red ball thing going. Fixates. What do you think? Would this guy be constantly just moving his head around, or is he kind of just rolling that big eye everywhere?
Moving his head.
Moving his head around?
Yeah.
Kind of feel like. Yeah, I think I agree. real narrow. I feel like this thing's huge either.
I feel that's huge.
I don't feel like this thing is huge. I think he's kind of little.
Tiny Cyclops.
Like a 4-foot kind of monster.
Mm.
There's a lot of one-eyed monsters in Japanese art.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to be kind of, well, some of them are bigger and some of them are small. I think the big, like, Oni demons tend to be two-eyed. There's a one-eyed, one-legged kind of child demon thing. Big long tongue. I guess a lot of the images that I'm familiar with of the one-eyed demons, they don't really have a sense of scale necessarily, because they're just hanging out with other demons. They kind of have that, at least the ones I'm most familiar with. They've got a bit of that same kind of medieval marginalia kind of quality, where they draw these little, like, one-eyed guys just kind of around doing crazy shit. They don't tend to be like as mythologically developed that I know of. But they're kind of cool to draw, so they kind of drew them doing all sorts of shit. Let's see. So we got put more tension in this side. This muscle. Move his head around a lot here. You have pretty big bulky traps. Maybe not big and bulky. I don't think I want this guy yoked. Just kind of defined in certain muscles, I think. like this kind of round skull. Adds to the kind of goofy, friendly look. Concentric circle things going here. Reinforce that eye shape. I think I like that. Something fun in that kind of not quite round shape around the eye. Like that. I just see this guy bouncing around on just one leg. Yeah. Not sure what he's up to though. What else I find I like about sort of Japanese demonology?
Mhm.
They all have their favorite food. Maybe they don't all have their favorite food, but like a lot of them got their favorite food. Like Kappas are really into cucumbers, and I forget the name of the one. There's like a tofu, specifically tofu demon that's big into tofu.
Mm.
There's another one that they call it's like a filth liquor. Eats bathroom scum. You don't keep your tub clean with that like shaving gun. It gets around there. Goes and licks up all your bathroom gunk. Yep. I mean, that's the thing. You'd think it'd be like, well, now I don't have to clean my bathroom. I'll just let the bathroom gunk monster lick it up. But no. It's grody enough and horrifying enough. They're like, no, we want to clean this before the bathroom gunk monster gets here. Sure, you don't have to clean the bathroom. Nobody's trying to see in the bathroom gunk monster. Maybe this guy's favorite food is tomatoes. Headland like a tomato. Is his favorite food tomatoes or meatballs? The meatball Cyclops.
Meatball.
He likes soggy meatball sandwiches. If you don't get through your meatball sandwich fast enough, he'll just house the whole thing. all this opens up. This jaw can just like rock forward. Just completely house like an 8-inch meatball sub just in one go. The name of the new papal candidate, Pizza Balla. His first name.
So, it's almost inclusive.
Like Luigi Pizzaballa.
Okay, it's not. Pier Battista Pizzaballa.
Yeah. This could be Pierre. No, not
No.
Pierre.
No.
Definitely not.
Soon.
What do you mean too soon? Gone now. It's gone now.
He's not gone.
Pierre can't hurt you.
He's not gone.
He's gone. Couldn't even manage his
He hasn't stepped down.
Is he not? I
Nope.
thought he. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Jagmeet's stepped down. Pierre apparently the plan is some conservative that did win will step aside and then vote, and he'll basically just take over somebody else who won.
Will
But
he?
apparently that's how that works. Or that's how it
Now, wouldn't it be
would
funny?
work.
Wouldn't it be funny if
If he still lost,
if he still lost?
it would absolutely be funny. Maybe he'll come here. Unlikely, but
Why would he come?
conservative.
Oh, I suppose.
Because apparently our neighbors suck.
You've seen our neighbors.
I have seen our neighbor. My point stands.
I like that. I'm gonna thicken up this neck pouch for meatball sub housing purposes. Kind of digging that. Maybe he's real small. Like he's not even 3 or 4 feet. Like 18 inches. It's like 18 inches tall. This is like life size. But it'll still house an entire 8-inch meatball sub. Just all this just comes out. Meatball sub. It's gotta be fast. You smell them out in the break room fridge. Those savages that put a meatball sub in the fridge. Then he comes in, snags it. That's where your meatball sub went. One of them savages that puts a meatball sub in the fridge and lets it get all soggy. This guy.
Okay.
That's where that went. It's his whole thing. But yeah, if you guys are allowed to just like takesies backsies on losing like parliamentary seats.
Spaced at the beginning of that. What?
I'm kind of surprised Jagmeet. I thought he was reasonably popular.
Ish. I don't know.
Kind of surprised that if you guys can just like takesies backsies with yeah, how does that work?
What do you mean?
Explain. So like if you lose your race, you can just get somebody else on your team to go, yeah, I think I'll
Okay.
let
I
you.
will preface this with saying I've never heard of this before
Okay.
today.
Why don't you look it up?
So,
You can explain it to me. Because I've never heard of such a thing. I mean, in the States they have, I suppose, similar-ish things in that if someone can't continue their they can't continue their seat, then they'll have to call a special election early, but it's usually just unfilled for a period of time. Like, it's not like you can just be like, no, you can have it.
If he does stay on his plan, one of the conservative MPs elected on Mondays will likely resign their seat to give him a chance to run in a by-election and get him back. So it doesn't say that's what he has to do, it just says that likely. This might tell me, but it's a video, so it won't.
I see.
Can I close caption it? No, stop the video. Give me text. Apparently, he's cast him out.
Okay.
He's currently living in the taxpayer-funded official residence of the leader of the opposition.
Okay.
Unrelated. Well, somewhat related. Since he lost his seat, he is no longer recognized as the official leader of the opposition. Okay, so without a seat in Parliament, they will not be able to return to his to regain a seat. One of the party's newly elected representatives would have to step aside, which would trigger a by-election where a player would need to run.
So we'd have to.
The timing of a by-election call is also out of his control. It is up to the Prime Minister, who can make up to 6 months to call when to fill a vacancy. By-election campaigns can also last between 36 and 50 days, including the possibility of it. It's funny.
So I suppose it's technically similar to what would happen in the States, just the on purpose version more so than the. Typically, when that's happened in the States, either somebody has been, unable to continue their role in the Senate or Congress or whatever it happened to be, because they were too ill or died, or
So
in the case of
you mean the person
Republicans,
stepping down.
yeah, the person
Okay.
stepping down. Yeah, in the case of Republicans, sent to jail for fraud comes up a bit. Or in the case of Democrats, they made they made a not funny joke. A la Al Franken. So how many seats did the Liberals miss the majority by?
3.
3. So Poliver can't help with that. Get somebody to resign so that he can run again, promptly lose, and fuck up the minority thing.
Oh.
Which that would just make it less likely that they'd be willing to risk it. But either way, it doesn't really sound like stepping down is necessary. His condition, he just straight up lost, so. As long as you don't contest your losing, you're just out anyway.
That's what it is.
I'm in right along.
I mean, it probably helps that we get to just focus on that.
I suppose. My meatball mutant.
Mm-hmm.
Do. Yep, I suppose there might be a side to nobody showing up for my stream. Nobody loves me. What are you tinkering with? Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was getting these. Nothing.
Still have a bunch more painting to do tonight. So much work to do. Linus, if you are not busy, would you pop over to Blue Sky and see if I remember to do a post to them too today? I always forget about Blue Sky.
There. No. Last post was Scoops yesterday.
I don't suppose you could pop over to the Instagram and copy that post. Blue Sky, more or less. You'll have to find new music or just skip the music or something. I don't care. Doesn't really matter.
You can has music.
You can has music.
So sometimes when you download it, it tells you it's not going to download the music, and other times it just does.
Oh. Okay. The beef I have with this tool is the handle's not quite long enough. Rake is really excellent. I am proponent of making your own tools. Because then you can make them just exactly to suit you. I might not be able to make it as well as Nolan did, but I can make it well enough.
Okay, done.
Thank you, Pinus.
You're welcome.
All right then. Yes. I suppose it would be a good time to once over this and make notes for any changes that I want to make on Thursday. Unless I can make them quickly. Swap tools real quick here. Look at this little spatula that I fixed up. It's nice and polished. And the little extra handle bit is nice. Makes it easier to use for longer periods. Sure, I like that. Now that I've done it. That I do like, though. A little bit of a rabbity. It's nice in there. Mirror it on this side. Make sure there are some nice concave portions too. Gives the sculpt some variety. Better division there. That side fine. This side needs to out. Pack on this side would be more engaged. If you had this arm up. So just make a note of that change. What else? Anything else? Okay, I don't like this section here. Yeah. Just making sure that I don't forget about stuff that needs fixing for next time. It's there. A little bit more mass there. That's probably good enough. Give it one slow turn.
Yeah, you got pretty far.
And then, yeah, he's coming along.
Cool. Okay, say bye-bye.
Say bye-bye.